about some other matters. I spoke to Shane Fury yesterday, and he specifically said that he's got inside information that the Joshua Wilder fight is off, it's not on the table anymore, and he kind of suggested that Skills Challenge are not going to put the money up anymore because there's a new player in town. Obviously the guys that are putting Fury and Garner on, and they've got control of the boxing in Saudi, so I'm sure you've seen that, your response to that.
Yeah, I mean, firstly, obviously Prince Khalid, Skills Challenge, been great partners to us and friends. I don't know the political situation. Obviously Shane Fury is working with the new entity, so he's going to be supportive of that, and I'm sure we'll work with that new entity as well. They do a great job. Saw yesterday they throw a lot of money in these things. It really makes some noise. For us, we've agreed terms for Joshua Wilder, but until we receive a contract, the fight's not happening. Obviously, politically, it sounds like there's a lot going on, but for us, we're ready to take that fight. Shelley Finkel and I have spoken. They're ready to take that fight. Everybody's agreed the terms, but until the money's put in place, the fight's not happening. Now, it doesn't just have to happen in Saudi Arabia. There are now other talks about other countries that could take part in. So, yeah, regarding the comments, I think there's some truth to it, that there is a political movement of, not even political, but just a movement of management and ownership of boxing in Saudi, and it's up to them what they want to do. If they don't want to do Joshua Wilder, maybe it goes somewhere else, but it's one of the biggest fights in heavyweight boxing. We're being told they do, but, I said before, I wouldn't even be surprised if Joshua fights Fury. I mean, it's really interesting listening to, it's quite funny because I've ended up watching Fury on Netflix, right, which I actually thought was really good. And, you can't actually help but like, the family and, and we know he says this and he says that, but actually when you watch that, you realise that, they're likeable people. Regarding the boxing chat, yesterday I noticed a lot of, I'm not interested in Usyk. He lost. He got knocked out by Dubois. He's useless. Joshua's a gym sweeper. Never fighting him. Got no interest. I'm only interested in the big boys. Well, who's the big boys? If you're not interested in Joshua and Usyk, and you've already boxed Wilder 3 times, who are you talking about? What, just exhibitions? So, for me, the biggest boxing fight for Tyson Fury is Anthony Joshua. Now, the Usyk fight delivers undisputed, if he even cares about that. I saw another quote from him saying he doesn't care about that. He's never mentioned it. He's not interested. So you never know what if he's telling the truth, if he's just acting up, whatever. But for me, the biggest fight for us and the biggest fight for him is Tyson Fury. So I don't know how Saudi's strategy is going to sit. Do they want to make Fury Usyk and Joshua Wilder still? Do they want to make Fury against AJ? I don't know. We're up for all of those fights. But if we don't get that sorted soon, you'll probably see AJ fight in December.
And those are the words of Eddie Hearn as he responds to Shane Fury. Now, this is different because he's more or less pretty much agreeing with Shane, because Shane is working with another company that's putting on Fury and Ngannou. And he's saying, well, hey, it's good as dead in the water. But understand something, okay? When the fight with Joshua and Wilder, okay, Skills Challenge, their main or their primary plan was to get a tournament together for Tyson Fury, Alexander Usyk, and then Joshua Wilder, and then they wanted to fight all in the same night, and then whoever wins fights each other. And it seems like, based on what we're seeing with Tyson, that's not going to happen. So since it's not going to happen that way, they may not want it at all, because if they can't get Tyson to play ball, if Tyson wants to fight Ngannou and he wants to take on John Jones after that in the cage, that may be the route that they're going to go without financing the deal with Wilder Joshua, because the money's not put up, and you can thank Tyson Fury for that. So, based on that, since Tyson Fury is doing what he's doing. Tyson Fury is causing a huge clog, okay, in the heavyweight division. He is stopping fights that could happen with fighters that don't even have anything to do with him necessarily at this point from happening due to the fact that he wants to do something else. He wants to be this pre-Mayweather / post-Mayweather retirement strategy with these itinerary of fighters that are not boxers. So basically, Tyson Fury is turning into not even really Mayweather. He's really doing a Jake Paul thing. It's just now he's turning into a guy that won't fight boxers, but boxing people that are not boxers. So he's bringing people to his platform of boxing and showing them how good he is, because I think he wants this fan base of the UFC and YouTube. And that's, to him, that's big enough to make himself relevant, because it might have started when he wrestled, was it Snowman, or I don't know his name, Strohmeyer or something like that. But it was in Saudi Arabia and he made 15 mil, okay, for doing that. And based on that, I feel that that might have planted a terrible seed, because Tyson Fury at that point might have had this idea like, well, I don't have to box and fight tough opposition before. Now, if that was the case, people, if he seen that it's an easier strategy to fight or to challenge, or whatever you call it, guys that are not boxers, he may just go that route compared to fighting someone like Wilder that could knock your head off or could knock you out. And I think that was his last true fight, because Dillian Whyte, based on the performance, Dillian Whyte wasn't going to compete. He didn't have a chance, but I think Tyson knew that. Derek Chisora surely hell didn't have a chance. So I think what Tyson Fury is doing, he's trying to take the challenge element out of it by simply fighting people that he has no plans, or he knows that they have no way or no real chance of beating him. That's what he's doing, but he's getting a lot of money for it. So basically, he's doing a Mayweather / Jake Paul. The only difference is Jake Paul's not a boxer either, but Tyson Fury is. So since Tyson Fury's a real boxer, it makes it that much worse, because now listening to Eddie Hearn, there is some truth to that, because Skills Challenge may not want to put up the money for just Anthony Joshua and Deontay Wilder, because they want to control the whole idea of putting an undisputed fight together. Well, if Tyson Fury's not interested in that new company is saying, okay, well, if you're not interested in that, Tyson, what we can do for you, we can put you in with the biggest other stars in another sport. Which, what do I feel about that? Well, I think that Tyson can make all the money he wants to. Okay, and I'm going to go live in about 40 minutes. And but I feel also that it's an easy way to not be challenged at all. And it just shows you how arrogant a person is. But then arrogance, or a person that's arrogant or conceited, you know, the underlining element of being arrogant or conceited is a person that lacks true confidence. Okay? You know, the most arrogant person has these complexes about themselves. You know what I mean? That's why if you're always talking and thinking and uttering things about yourself, you know there's something wrong with you, or secretly you can't, there's things that other people don't know about you. And I think with Tyson Fury, he gets challenges, or he goes up against people that I think he fears, and he steps back and he runs off. Let me give you an example, okay? Vladimir Klitschko, the rematch. He beat Vladimir, but then when he wanted to fight Vladimir, he crumbled. Anthony Joshua, He had a choice. People say he didn't have a choice. That motherfucker had a choice, people. He had a choice to fight AJ or to fight Wilder. He wanted to fight Wilder again because, hey, I know I can beat Wilder, but I don't know I can beat AJ. Okay, fast forward. AJ gets beat by Usyk twice. He's seen Usyk on 2 separate occasions. Okay, the first one, he's seen him at a fight, and they talked face to face. And then he's seen him again, different demeanor. He talked all this, I'm going to end you. I'm going to end you. You're easy. You're a middleweight. You're whatever. And then that fight, he got 70% and he still didn't want to make that fight. He kept squabbling over other shit that didn't matter. But what did matter is he didn't want to fight him either. So in 3 separate situations, he ran, okay? And looking at someone like Tyson Fury, I think he runs away from challenges because I think the underlying fact about Tyson, he's scared. I think he's scared and he's concerned, but he loves money. So he's like, well, how and what is the easiest way to do something? And I think that's what he's doing. But in this situation with Eddie Hearn, back to him and Anthony Joshua and Shelly Finkel and Deontay Wilder, they're stopping that fight because Skills Challenge may not want to do it without Tyson Fury. That's upsetting. It's unfortunate. But overall, it is what it is. But you guys tell me what you think of Eddie Hearn responding to Shane Fury. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.